Glory, someone says, is there any way to recover if the penis went in the vagina too soon? First off, most penises go in the vagina too soon. Is there any way to recover? The real question is there any way to build a relationship when two people have sex too early? Absolutely. Purchase 2 copies of this book. By the way, a lot of people purchase this because they're married and they want to heal they want to find deeper connection with one another. Even though this book is designed, for those people that are already in relationship, this is a great starting point, great questions to build, to talk upon. Look at all of this content in here you can lean into. So 8 Dates is a great book to shift the narrative. If the penis went into the vagina a little too early, there are ways to improve things. By the way, if you're not familiar with 2 books, I've been recommending these lately: How to Build Trust and Couples Communication. Folks, ladies, listen, just because you have a capacity to vomit your feelings doesn't mean that you're any better at communicating your feelings. Women are just as bad at communication skills. And by the way, you sometimes are worse, because women, all you do is go on and on and on and on and on and on telling the story. And we men are like, would you fucking get to the point? By the way, good communication skills is understanding active listening. So active listening looks something like this. When you share something with someone, first off, one of the things I always do when I'm communicating with a woman for the first time, when she shares something personal about her life, I always say, thank you for sharing that. And then I repeat what they shared so they know I heard them. I repeat what they shared so I know what they heard them. Most human beings, you know what they do? They're not listening. They're just waiting to respond, waiting to respond, waiting to respond. And so here's the thing. If you want to get better at this, then read these books and start practicing by leading by example, because that's your opportunity to really connect with a guy at a deeper emotional level. I'm going to repeat that. That's your opportunity to connect with a guy at a deeper emotional level when you start leading by example, or at least that's my invitation for everyone anyway. So thank you so much for that question. I really appreciate it. And yes, you can recover. So let's check out questions. Let's get started. Juvie says, question, should we tell our partner that we desire marriage? That won't scare him away? Okay, great question, Juvie. So here's the thing. Depends on your age bracket. If you're 20 and 30, or you're 40, 50, or 60, or 70, if marriage is something you would like, then I think it's very important to bring this up early on. But Jonathan, that will scare a guy away. By the way, who does it scare away? The guys who don't want to get married. But Jonathan, if he loves me, maybe he'll change his mind. Look, I'm thinking of my best friend who basically says he doesn't want to get married, but he actually considered marriage with someone who expressed that she wanted it. They weren't a good fit for one another. But here's the thing. When a guy genuinely likes you, I mean, listen, you may not have to say, you can say this on the first, second, or third date. You can say, I'd like to get remarried, and hear what they have to say. Here's the thing. If they talk about marriage in a very derogatory way, that's not a good sign, okay? That's not a good sign. And quite frankly, even those that might reconsider as they age, most people aren't considering marriage because of financial reasons. That might be one reason why a lot of people aren't, but at least have a discussion about what you're thinking about from a long-term perspective, not about them from a long-term perspective, but what you want from a long-term perspective. And all you have to do is invite the conversation and discuss it. That's it. Invite the conversation and discuss it. That's what I would do, Juvie. But that's a great question. And by the way, it does weed people out sooner rather than later. All right.